We are on the case of the disappearing train station. Go up here.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
Very.
This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Yes.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Yes. I mean, they should give maps for free. Look, he's all of a sudden there. That's suspicious.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
Yes.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Okay, let's do this then. Yeah. It was fully grey. Honorary badge. He's married. Information about the train?
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Railway map?
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
And you don't have any other maps?
See you later, my good man.
And you don't have it anywhere else? Why? Unpinned it all.
Railway post bags.
Cool. Watson, go away. Pin to the wall. Ah, there we go, pin to the wall.
This map will be useful.
Yes, yes it will be. Right. Hmm. 12 minutes, love you. Oh, good God. I found the map. I don't want more information about that. Alright. Sorry, I'm watching Watson mentally. Oh, I'm alone in here. Wow.
An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Yes.
This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Anything else is part of a locomotive? There's absolutely fucking nothing in there.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
There's that up there, but a part of a locomotive is part of a locomotive. Yeah. Oh dear. Now this part of a locomotive is a part of a locomotive, which is also part of a locomotive, which is also part of a locomotive. Yeah, thanks Sherlock. You're great.
A telegraph.
Why would I need a telegraph? Message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at a station.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Line Nottingham, London, train type, train liner, number 024, composition, locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon ordered by Mr. Robin, and the second car.
Here is the train set.
The little driver. Has anyone looked under the giant top labeled definitely not a locomotive on the track? I don't know. I honestly don't know if Sherlock has got that far. Special wagon?
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private, and it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
So, is this special train so happen to be a locomotive?
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
Yes, quite yes. At Bridlington station.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Right. Oh God, Watson, seriously, you went away. Move out the way! This is what the problem is with having Watson. Bridlington. Go to Bridlington. Oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm here. Bridlington Station.
Railway post bags.
Mr. Robinson.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Passive aggressive. He is so mad. Oh yeah, he's Australian. Expensive. It's so expensive.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Says the person who actually probably has something to hide. Special wagon.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device.
I bet.
It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention,
I see.
but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Oh, I see. Company direction?
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype,
Yes.
and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
It's shallow. The prototype value?
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Were you on the train?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while.
No, that's your fault.
But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot.
Wow.
You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Goodbye, sir.
Rude. Absolutely rude. So rude. Mark, are you actually on my stream?
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Let's see. How long left till the download, till the upload is done? I keep dropping frames. Almost forgot that one. What happened?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home.
About 2
Then
minutes,
along came
okay.
this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train,
Oh,
and he was extremely rude about it.
oh. passengers on off the vanishing train?
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
They have money. Portrait of the rich?
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
I will not move from here until I receive my...
You don't need a refund. Shut up. Don't need a fucking refund. You're rich enough.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
Yes.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Okay, let's do this. It's the young age, the young passenger thing. Clean clothes. Instructions. Odd.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
And your message?
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Oh dear. Before I continue, how for the bloody show should be fine now. I haven't turned green yet, so it must be one of those nights. It's a Monday.
The insurance
morning.
policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Right on in the stream, I don't know, long.
A telegraph.
This is it. There's a clock.
Don't touch anything, please.
Bless me. Thank you.
Don't touch anything, please.
So apart from that, I'd say don't do anything else. Right. Thank you. This number does require you. Let's go to Chesterfield. Chesterfield seems to be... That's odd. Twitch is being really outside of you breathing. I apologize for the breathing.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Oh good, okay.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Obviously he has a hangover. Look at that. Oh no, he pointed at his eyes, not his... Clothes. Married. Alcohol flask. String? Fishing? What? Wait. Main passengers.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
Very
You
busy.
don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Yes, that's how it works. Strange message.
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly.
Do you?
It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Fuck!
The station master Bertram from Bridlington...
There you go.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Nope. Can I move, please?
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
A telegraph.
Here we have...
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
Nope.
A fishing advertisement.
Lock picking now. There we go. Why is that locked? Oh. Scratches.
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Oh.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Yes, we should. We should ask why there is tools.
Railway post bags.
We should ask you why there are tools. Why they're not meant to be tools.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Yes it was.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
Because
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
I know what he's insinuating. He's insinuating that the train actually never made it there in the first place. Oh, we've got a lot of clues to do. He's drunk, his testimony is unreliable. It seems like it was arrived. It seems like it was. Yeah, because it's like if they didn't see a train, obviously there wasn't a train there. They were actually left on the train by purpose. I think they were left there on purpose.
I should use the appropriate... I should use the...
Ah, small gear, there you go. Building a fake train. See.
I should use... So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Exactly.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.